Dog. We got we got to get some Walter Cronkite music for that joint when we do the intro from now on.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got to put Master P or something on it. What up, though?
Nothing, chilling.
Word. How did how everything go with
the bike joint?
Yeah, with the fish fry and everything.
Man, shit, we had a great time. Good people, made some bread.
That's what's up.
We had our 50th reunion coming up this year. It's gonna be live. Last year we had like 500 people up in that bit.
Word. Waiting for people to join us. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't complain, man. It's been all rainy and shit all weekend, though. That was dumb. You know what I mean? I see you back on your freeze pop game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a good time, man. A lot of people showed up. Come on, represent with us.
Word.
You know what I mean? So, and no drama, good atmosphere.
Word.
I see a lot of those same people everywhere you go. That's one of the good parts about being in the motorcycle events. It's like people be, man, I seen the same dudes down Myrtle Beach. I seen the same dudes down Daytona, Ocean City. You start seeing the same people everywhere. You start getting to know these faces.
Right.
They good people, man. They just out. Everybody not, but
yeah,
people just be out for the fun.
I definitely get it. But yeah, man, I've been looking up that joint Doobie sent me, man, about the BRICS.
Mm-hmm.
Stand for Brazil, Russia, India, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Apparently, they've been in talks to bring all of those nations together, and they're thinking about trying to start their own currency. And apparently, if this currency was to take off and be successful, it would do some. It would lower the value of the American dollar, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody watching, if you get a chance to look it up, it's called BRICS, BRICS. Doobie hit me to it. It's wild. Y'all go read up on it on Wikipedia. These are all nations. Russia had taken over the presidency of it, I guess the leadership part of it. But Troy, what up, Troy? They're taking over the leadership part of it right now, but it's still kind of up in the air because of everything going on with Putin. So we're gonna wait to see. It haven't been made official yet. What up, though, Troy? It haven't been made official yet, but my godfather on there. Godfather was good, Harold Simmons. But apparently, yeah, this is like read up on that, John. Like if you get a chance, like I've been reading little clips here, articles here, but this is apparently an idea that they want to push to be successful. So I definitely want to see Jim, what up? I just definitely want to see how pull off by the end of the year. They got more talks about the end of the year being more in cahoots with it. So, but for the most part, man, yeah, that's definitely something to look at, yo. But hopefully, Doobie, like I said, I sent Doobie and Charlie the link, so hopefully they join us again tonight because I do want Doobie to elaborate some more on that brick shit. But we was man, it's you got Hulu, right?
Mm-hmm.
So join on Hulu about Black Twitter, yo. You gotta watch it. It's pretty dope. It's like a three-part series, but it's talking about Black Twitter, how it started, and how it affected the, how it helped the community, and it was a good documentary though, like a three-part joint. Did you go vote today, primary?
Huh?
I said, did you vote the primary?
No, I ain't fucking with voting.
I forgot. I forgot you had fell back off for a little bit, but
no, it's just my I to me, I feel like I don't see no changes. I don't see like we vote for shit and then all them people don't do nothing. I don't know. I just don't see nothing. So
right. No, I understand. I get it. Scooter, what up, dog? All right, Godfather, always a pleasure. I love you, man. I talk to you. But we
what's up, Scooter?
What's good with you, Scooter? We yeah, yo, I went to the after I left y'all, I went Saturday, I went over to the joint in town on Calvert Street. I was able to catch Prosperity in 360. You know what I mean?
They both got to play without the rain.
Like right when 360 started, it started raining a little bit. I don't know how hard it got, but Jim said. Jim just said he been saying the same thing. He said, "Can I still call you fool?"
That's the same forever.
But yeah, it was nice though. Like they maybe had been going for about maybe like 5 minutes or so, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I think it was maybe like 2 songs in before it started really raining and people started leaving because we were standing under a tent. But then the people that had the tent, they had to take it, so we was like, all right. But it was still a nice turnout, man. Buddy Eric was hosting. Buddy was hosting it, so it was real nice, man. Yep, they did. About 10 minutes they played.
I had heard them announcement. I was riding. I had my bike out, so I had to take my bike home, and then I heard them, but I was caught in the rain myself.
Right. Yeah, it's all good. But Brianna the singer I really like Brianna singing with them, yo.
Huh?
I said I really like Brianna Bradford singing with them with Prosperity now.
Man, she just sang.
She sang, like she really it was like her voice, yo. I don't know what it is when she sang that one joint that make me sweat. Make me, when she rocked that joint, like, yeah, they be getting it, man. Like, I told Troy, I said, man, that's one of the best motherfucking decisions y'all made was to get her on first. She definitely dope, but yeah, she is, yo.
Plus, we got that go-go presence too.
Exactly. But yeah, other than that, man, I ain't really been. Oh, congratulations, Arita.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you tell her I said congratulations on her award you're gonna receive. You know what I mean? Black excellence, out here in the community.
Yeah, she deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, I really like saying that, man. I really like seeing people that's out here really being recognized for what they're doing. Because a couple of years ago, that wasn't happening, yo. People was not doing that. You know what I mean? And that's good, man. Especially with all this shit we got going on crazy around here too, man. Like, I mean, we rapped about it last week more too, like about the bunch of youngins out here wilding and shit, man. Like, that's crazy. Man, they got a whole Instagram page now.
Who?
It's called Anne Arundel County something, but they talking about certain shit like going on in the neighborhoods and shit, man. That shit wild, bro. Yeah,
I seen,
it is.
I seen a video. I seen videos of young people wilding, and they made videos about being in gangs and shit. I'm like, oh, this shit wild.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, the Anne Arundel County something or whatever it's called. But that shit crazy, yo. Like, when you really, really sit and think about it, man, like, they just watching everything now.
I mean,
that's just a matter of watching everything now, yo. Like, they ain't really got to do too much more now.
No, all they do is tell on themselves.
And everybody posting on everybody already posts on social media and shit. So like, I went and looked at it and I was like, man, I ain't following this shit. Don't have me caught up in that bullshit. Nah, yo. For the most part, though. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I seen motherfucking I've been watching all these little things just keep up with these young people, and I seen they wrote a video, they rap these dudes I think in Chicago, wrote a whole rap song, and then talk about the album cover was all of the ops that they killed. And they act like the police ain't pick up on that shit. I was like, yo, these Bammers is crazy with this shit.
That's what I'm saying.
I never seen no more self-snitching in my life.
The social media has given, like, the one thing about social media that's good is you get to connect with people and you can have some fun. But one of the bad things about it is it gives anybody a fucking platform, yo. It gives anybody a platform to say whatever the fuck they saying, yo. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is fucking weird to me, yo. Like, I was always told you do your dirt by yourself.
And then silence.
Yeah, yo, quietly, yo. Like, that shit wild, man. Like,
they gotta let the world know they doing bad shit. They got to. They I don't even know. Like, you remember when gangster rap came out?
Absolutely.
We was all, rebellious about it. Everybody want to get rid of it. Man, they need to get rid of trap music, son. Trap music is the motherfucking it's just a bullet, a bunch of bullets, and them niggas got the guns because that's all they do is shooting that shit.
All right, Chevy, I'm gonna send you. Hey, Chevy, message me your email, Chevy. I'm gonna send you the link for the email if you want to join us, yo. Please feel free. Dude, we already sent you the email, yo. Anybody that want to join the conversation, y'all message me your email, yo, and I'll add you to the convo. Yeah, drill music. Yeah, Jim.
Drill music. That shit.
He said
rough,
the drill music.
Well, yeah, drill music, not trap. You right? Cause I don't listen to that shit. I watch them videos on them, and they be bugging, they be wilding. They literally tell what they gonna do and then go do that shit.
Like,
I never seen nothing like it. You wouldn't even think we from the streets, so we so blind to this shit.
The part that bothers me is the fact that you're willing to just speak on it. You know what I mean? Like, if you got dirt you doing or whatever, you got ops or whatever, how you deal with your business is how you deal with your business. I mean, ultimately, it's still, you know, it's still playing a part where it's, you know, playing to the lives of those that are killing each other. But we for the most part, bro, like it's I don't get it, yo. Like I said, again, I'm a all right, I'm ready to send everybody these links in a second. All right, Chevy, Scooter, and Rashad the God gonna join us. That's one of my young dude battle rapper, but he in that age bracket though. You know what I mean? So maybe he can but I'm ready. I'm gonna send it to y'all emails, yo. So y'all check your email. But yeah, yo, I was watching something about drill rap, yo, like, and they was just talking about it, yo, like how that's like the new, because you know Cube said he found out that, you know, gangster rap was kind of a social experiment.
Yeah.
It was wild.
I mean, I just be like I said, I just be going on there, and I just go because I be watching stuff from other states and just try and figure out how they live the way they do. Like they can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
They can't do said that if they leave out their neighborhood for an hour, they risking their lives. This one of the drill rappers. I say, man, you gotta be out your damn. They cannot leave their neighborhoods for an hour without being in danger. And if they leave for longer than an hour, they be getting killed. Ain't no way.
Crazy.
Uh-uh.
Like I'll go listen to it, yo, because like I said, like I know a lot of like being in the battle rap culture now, knowing a lot of battle rappers, like they, you know, they'll listen to it or whatever. Like I'll be listening just to just to see, you know, because I feel like even if I don't, I still want to make sure I'm kind of caught up with it, or like, but it's so many, yo. Like I'll be like, gee, it's so many motherfuckers. I sent all of y'all the links to your emails, fellas.
Yeah,
But
I mean, and they only last for one. They only last for one song. They only last for one song.
and
Them
a
bitches,
lot of time that's all they need, though.
no, I'm saying they write one song, and next thing you know, them bitches be dead.
Yeah.
Like real talk, man. Go look at them, man. Them dudes ain't even living past 20, man. 19, 20 years old. They write a rap song. And next thing you know, the motherfucker dead as hell. Did you turn that small oven off?
But they, I mean, ultimately, yeah, Rashad, they went platinum. That's cool. You know what I mean? But where's Pop Smoke now? You see what I'm
That's
saying? Like
sad. It be
it's
their
not,
homeboys.
and it might not even he like it. I can't even say that it was his fault that he got killed. You know what I mean? But like it's we in a situation where like this music right now is taking over. 5-Year Foreign, yeah, he platinum too. Agree with that.
Yeah, but look how many of their homeboys dead. Not Pop Smoke was in a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? All of them dudes in a lot of shit. That's why I put a post up a while ago. When the killer get killed, it don't move me. Like I don't care how good of a person you think somebody is, they out there killing people. When they get shot up by another killer, that shit don't affect me. I don't be like, man, that's fucked up. Shorty got killed. Nah, you didn't kill 12 people. Now you got killed once.
You see, you killed 12 people. You got killed once.
You know what I'm
Shaw,
saying?
what up, Shaw?
What's
Man,
up?
man.
Hey,
Appreciate y'all
no.
putting me up there.
What
Oh
up?
yeah, it sounds
Big
good.
time.
Now we just talk. I mean, we talking about the drill scene. You know what I mean? And I know you in that age bracket with the drill scene. You know what I mean?
For
So
the people watching, if they know me, they know that not only do I make drill music, I really know when it started. I know the whole story. I know who started it. I know this whole Chicago and New York. See what I'm saying?
well, you hip us then. Let us know what's good with it.
Right.
Like let's talk about when it started. Everybody thinks that Chief Keef started drill music. Wrong. Billionaire Black started drill music. Chief Keef was just the first person to blow up. Now, when Chief Keef blew up, that shit got so crazy that New York made a whole wave of drill music that y'all talking about now. Chicago drill music is still one thing, but what y'all talking about in drill music now is based off New York. Like, so with C's point that some of us not living past 20, that is a harsh fact. But these lyrics are real. Like some of this shit really, like a lot of this shit really happened. Like
Fucking right. They telling what they doing before they even go do it.
That's a fact too. And if you know the Bobby Shmurda story, Bobby Shmurda got locked up for a song.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
All the lyrics in there, every lyric in that song is what they did. That's the kidnapping, right?
That was the whole thing. It wasn't just that. That was the whole thing. GS9 though, they tried to take all.
They snitching on themselves. Ain't that something?
Ain't this the craziest shit ever? Why do you think I mean, just think about this shit, right? Everybody getting Rico because they so dumb. They call themselves YSN. I'm YSN foolish. You YSN somebody else. That's telling you with gang ties. That shit crazy. That's not smart to me.
So it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit in New York. It's the YGs, it's the OGs.
Exactly.
It's a lot of shit in New York.
All of them names start with their gang ties. So that's easy to give you a Rico.
I mean, the thing about it is, that, Rico, you have to, like, to get caught in a Rico, you have to be a real factor. The whole gang don't go down, only the factors go down.
Now they banging people heads.
All they gotta do, they banging people heads. The Rico Act started in 1976. It was made for the mob.
Right. Like you said, Scooter just said, if you get a conspiracy charge, you're gonna do a 10-year bid.
Oh, yeah,
I think you gotta do that bitch to the door.
For sure.
I don't even think they be thinking that in depth into what they doing.
Hey, nobody's being a conspiracy. I don't care who you are.
None of that.
No, you do 10 years to the door.
Yeah, that's 10 years to the door.
Only motherfucker I heard, only person I know be the conspiracy theory, be the conspiracy shit is Herb Gotti. Only motherfucker that beat. That won against the feds.
Undercover agent.
That won against the feds.
Police, like,
yeah, I was gonna say, Mikey, he was snitching.
Police like
who was snitching?
Herb Gotti.
Man, Herb Gotti wasn't snitching, man.
They
tried to get that man. They tried to get that man because they tried to get that man to get to Supreme, you know, to Kenneth McGriff, you know.
So I got a question for my OGs, right? About music, right? I got a question for my OGs, right? So
you know what?
This music been in music forever. Like, so like hit 'em up and Warning are diss tracks, right? No Vaseline is a diss track, right? Mm-hmm. So like gangster rap and drill music gotta be the same thing only because they're in different eras. Gangster rap,
new age gangster music.
So I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna make it easier to understand, right? Drill rap ain't nothing but gangster rap with a 2000s twist on it.
Yeah, but everything 2000 dumb as shit. Because like back in the day when motherfuckers was rapping, they was telling a story about what was going on in their community.
Right.
These dudes are telling the you telling the police that you ready to go kill a motherfucker. And then you go kill him and then wonder why you get locked the fuck up.
Hold on.
It's in your whole lyrics.
I'm about to I'm about to tell you something.
Gangsters never move like that. Gangsters always moved in silence.
But I'm about to tell you something, right?
Rule number one.
Everybody dissing everybody in New York. So if a New York rapper die, it's not like it's not like the police, it's not like a rapper going die on Monday and figure out who did it on Wednesday. That's not how they work.
That's what they doing though.
No, that's not.
They snitching on themselves.
I can name you people that they didn't solve murders for. It's 100.
Oh, no, it's a lot. It's a lot. They're not it's a lot of people getting away with murder, but they actually using songs to lock people up.
In New York, that law has been taken out. That's the only state.
They will put that shit back, bro.
New York cannot prosecute for lyrics no more for the reason I just said.
Yeah, that's why.
No, that's a good reason, but that's still giving them a reason to go look at you.
Oh, yeah.
It's still giving you a reason to go to put you under investigation and watch you do something dumb. The average rapper in those gang ties like that, and they talking that shit. Even though you don't get locked up, it's like the cameras that they use out here. Even though that they can't use the footage in court, that still gives the police probable cause to keep their eye on you. You're gonna do something dumb. I mean, the whole thing is crazy.
All right,
He wrote a whole rap song about a kidnapping. One dude wrote a whole rap song about a kidnapping. Then these niggas go on live and try to sell the video. Told people that they can, if they want to see the video of the kidnapping of them smacking shit out dude with a gun and holding them hostage and everything, that they could get it. Then he got on TV. He the same little motherfucker was on that video later crying because the police ready to come get his head. Talking about I ain't mean that shit.
And that's
hold on before we
weird. I'm really
let me because Scooter was trying to make a point too. Go ahead, Scooter. What would you try to say, yo?
If they don't get you for murder, they're gonna get you for conspiracy. That's the next big thing. Like she said, it's only a handful of people that has ever beat a conspiracy charge. They're going to land a conspiracy charge. Because when the feds come and get you, they got a 99.9% conviction rate. The state ain't gonna fuck with you. It's them letters on the back of their jackets.
Yeah.
The dude asked the motherfucker, what does the I stand in FBI? What does the I stand for? That's what the judge asked the dude facing a conspiracy charge. He said investigation. So he like, oh, it wasn't me, it was him. He was like, nah, you can lie and blame it on the other people all you want. You already been investigated, bro. All of those rap songs do is put you under investigation. It gets easy. It gets easy to come get you. I mean, it's only common sense.
It's getting easier now because it's actually, like you said, the shit that these youngins are talking about, a lot of them are actually doing that shit now. Whereas when gangster rap first started, like it was.
Man, niggas wasn't talking about killing nobody and going to do that shit. You can say whatever you want. We was telling
they wasn't doing it, yo. But like, yo.
Oh wait, so that means
we got NWA like
OG was lying in their raps.
Ice-T did the same thing. Ice-T got a song, 6 a.m, police at my door, fresh Adidas across the bathroom floor. Out my back window, I made my escape. I didn't even have a chance to grab my old school tape. So
now that's telling a story about what he did.
Yeah, they telling a story. He ain't talking about I just killed somebody.
But
and I'm going to kill him.
We can't draw a line on one of them and say it's cool and then because like this is the thing, like he might not have been writing that song about doing it, that he didn't leave out the house 6 o'clock in the morning and write that song, but he's writing a song And he said it. That's based on some shit that happened to me.
Yeah, that happened.
But this is the thing. It still don't mean it's right. It was still a part of, it was still some criminal activity. That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, I get what y'all are saying. Like, it is the difference. The difference with it now is we have social media, for one, and it's so much easier to put music out right now. Like, you can put an app on your phone right now and put out a fucking album. It'll give you beats and everything. All you gotta do is rap. You can rap and do the verses. I could put out a whole album in 2 hours. Right. I can write songs about shit that I'm gonna do or shit that I've done. But what I'm talking about is we have to get past the glorification of it. And that's the difference. What? The difference is now it looks more like glorification because the things are being done. Did Chevy jump back in the room? Oh yeah,
he came back and left. It is. They glorifying. They glorifying it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's being. I mean, and
it's glorifying.
That was all right. Go ahead,
just think about this. Let me just leave this one point. I am a grown ass man who's gonna sit up there and tell you.
Hold on, y'all. I'll be back.
That I'm gonna go kill somebody. I go kill somebody and give the whole entire details of what I did.
Right.
Damn.
What type of intelligence does that show?
You want to know what's crazy about that?
None at all. No intelligence is shown.
None at all. What you want to know what's crazy about that, OG? One of the most popular songs in New York right now, literally, it has that in it in the start, like first 45 seconds. Like, so remember how I was telling y'all about a team called DOA? That's K Flock and all of them. Y'all might know who they are. But K Flock's members just dropped a song called Destruction. And in the start goes, I'm going to start it like this. Nesty was lagging, that's why he got hit. Name drop right there. It's a name drop. Right and it's picking like 700,000 views right now.
That's a conspiracy charge. Because he knew about it. All you got to do is be associated with any crime. That's a conspiracy because you knew about it.
That's not.
He told on himself at the beginning of the song.
Hold on. You are right. You definitely are right. But that is also, but like I said, New York cannot prosecute for lyrics no more because the girl that said that lyric has nothing to do with Nesty getting shot.
Right, but that also leads, I told you earlier, they can start investigating you. They start watching you. They start, if they ain't looking, once they start looking, they might not just be looking for you because you wrote the song, but they know somebody in y'all little organization got something to do with it. And man, I watch this shit all the time, yo. That's all they do, and that's another thing. All of them tell on each other.
What? One DOA person told, and he got kicked out the set. Nobody else told.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
But what he told the police ain't give up nothing, bro. He just on the paperwork. Like his name is on the paperwork. Like he ain't give nothing. Like nobody got locked up behind set telling.
They don't have to get locked up now, son. What you're not getting is they start throwing that investigation on your ass, yo. That's what they doing with what's the old boy name? Young Thug. Is that Young Thug trial? You watch his trial?
Yeah.
Find them niggas. They basically snitched. Some of them niggas snitched years ago on shit, and now they recanting their story. You got motherfuckers like, yeah, no, we ain't no gang. They try to change the name up like, yeah, we ain't no gang, but we was rappers, and then they slip back up and like, yeah, man, them dudes are
This is the thing.
They not a gang?
No.
This is the thing of it.
Out of here, bro. We got to be real with ourselves, bro. Come on, my nigga.
The same thing, Chevy. I was ready to say the same thing. Like, we got to keep it one. Listen to what I'm ready to say.
Before we get into why YSL isn't a gang, I'm not going to get up here and do too much. See, I'm well educated in this shit. Am I not?
We know this. I'm not. This is not. Listen. Listen. Hold on, Sean. Before, this is not this is not a conversation about your lack of or anybody's lack of knowledge. Listen, let me finish. This is not a conversation about that. What we're talking about is how, whether or not you getting pulled up by the authorities about it now, how you opening the door for them. And that's basically what Mike and them are saying. They're not necessarily saying that. They're not necessarily saying that. Oh, you like when you open the door, you leave like you okay. Perfect. The best example for me to give is when you at your grandmother's house in the summertime, and she tell you don't keep running in and out the house. And when you go in the house, what does she always tell you to make sure you do?
Close and lock the door.
Shut the door. When you make these type of songs, you opening a door. Now, that door might not be all the way, that door might not be wide open, but that door is open enough for somebody to walk through. And now what we're seeing them do to Young Thug is they're going to put anybody on the stand that they can put on the stand that will say yes, maybe, or yeah, I think so, or you heard this lyric. Is this lyric true? So that's what we're talking about. It's not necessarily about them deliberately getting somebody in trouble or somebody getting locked up. It can still happen. That's the thing with the feds. Like once they pick up, they can do shit like we all watched The Wire, right?
Yeah.
We saw what they did to keep that wire up, right? A lot of the shit that they did to keep that wire up wasn't above ground. You see what I'm saying? But because they had enough people that knew what was going on, that's what kept that door open.
That's all they needed.
Talking about. That's what I'm saying about the drill music thing. Like the music is the music. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yes, it is. Yes, it is an advancement of gangster rap. Gangster rap rooted a lot of stuff that we have had to deal with over the past 25, 30 years. Strictly from music. And then when you hear Ice Cube do an interview where he says, yes, gangster rap was a social experiment, we find out later on. It was a social experiment to create funding for private prisons. And Ice Cube said this.
I thought wasn't that Eazy-E, bro?
No, Ice Cube, like recently, within the past few months,
I don't know. Eazy-E
interview where he said
Eazy-E acknowledged that as well.
Hold on, let Chevy.
Hold on, Shaw.
Go ahead, Chevy. Nah, Chevy got it.
No, I was just asking because I remember even I wasn't aware that Ice Cube had commented on that recently, but I remember before his death and shit, he died. Eazy-E died in what, 95, 96?
95. March 17th, 1995.
And Eazy-E, mind you, I was 10, but I remember thereafter Eazy-E acknowledged that the gangster rap was a specific agenda whereby they were encouraging them to go out there and the record labels, whoever was, I don't know all the parties that were involved, but it was 100% arranged. It was an agreement that was made to perpetuate. And why you think at that time niggas like the Jungle Brothers and De La Soul, all of that music was not promoted at the same way as a Snoop and a Dre and a Easy and Bone. They made a deliberate attempt to promote the degeneracy. That's indisputable. We already know it's sex, violence, the dumb shit, right? And I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love all aspects of hip hop music, and that shit's real. I can look out my window and see the drugs, the violence, the sex, and all of that. So at a certain point, you need to have that accurately reflected. But at the same time, we have to know and be smart and have the wherewithal to understand that at some point you have to blur that line between reality and entertainment in some capacity. So to my man, Shad, you were saying that just for perspective, you were saying the Young Thug shit, that them niggas wasn't a gang. YSL was not a gang. So humbly, I would ask you, in your definition, what is a gang?
What is a gang? Right.
Shad doesn't have a definition for the gang. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. A gang, what the police is going to tell you a gang is a unit of 3 or more people that use symbols, colors, and hand signs. But The culture knows that YSL is literally a record label because there's no real member that's gonna tell you they bang YSL.
Now, right now, here's the thing: whether or not they tell us that, do them niggas have symbols and like handshakes and tattoos and a logo to identify themselves?
They got all of that. They're gang.
I know that. I'm asking my brother though. I'm asking Shad. Do they?
Some of them got tattoos. YSL has a handshake.
Bro, come on, son. Every video they in, they got mad guns. My bad.
Do they recognize a organizational leadership as far as who the top ranking niggas is and who the lower ranking is that a reality? Does Young Thug do they call Young Slug the big slime and the rest of the niggas is the little slimes? So again, I get it. As a nigga that made music, been around niggas, crews, friends, whatever, that's culture, nigga. We do that. We get together a little organization. We didn't named our group, our little friend group, got a little nickname and whatever. Okay, that's cool. But when you start to commit certain acts on behalf of that organization, and you are I got it. It probably is a record label as well, but based on the legal definition of what a gang is, niggas is a gang.
It falls under. Yeah.
And they saying that too.
Now fuck with me though. That's not the problem in and of itself, because by that definition, you know who else is a gang?
The police.
The Hell's Angels, the police. All military, all of these niggas would be considered a gang as well. So the problem is, right, all of these, the mob, the mafia, all of them niggas is gang.
Yeah, they know.
So, the problem, if you ask me, the problem is not, because let's just be real. What we talk about as far as drill rap, niggas telling on themselves, niggas, that's something, it's going to be hard to deviate or to avoid that, because that the realism or our interest in the music is oftentimes rooted in the realism, and that goes back since day one. You couldn't been a nigga like Big Daddy Kane rapping about having all these bitches. You ain't really got no bitches, you know what I'm saying? And they would have called you out on that. You couldn't have been even. That's the example what we was talking about. And the shit, because I fuck with the nigga, but we talk about the nigga Ice Cube. When Ice Cube left NWA, what was the first thing Easy and the nigga said about Cube?
He was a bitch ass nigga.
He was a bitch ass nigga. He was bluffing. He don't really live that shit that he. So from the very beginning, that was a component where they expected you to be living or to be telling the truth in your music.
Let me find out them OGs was capping.
Listen, yo, like
a lot of them was.
Out of NWA, they will tell you. You can go back and find documentaries. NWA is a reflection of Eazy-E.
Yeah,
Eazy-E was the only solid gangster in NWA. NWA, Ice Cube. This is the thing. Ice Cube and DOC wrote the lifestyle. Dre made the soundtrack for it. But NWA was Eazy-E. Plain and simple. All of those stories that they told was based on shit that Eazy-E did and got into. A lot of that shit. That's why when even though you write lyrics, he went political. America's Most Wanted, he was still talking a little bit against.
That's right.
But he was more political with the Bomb Squad, because now he could go. He had to go and sit, and he went and talked to Farrakhan and Minister Khalid Muhammad. He went and sat and talked to them, and they said, "Listen, we get what you're doing, but now you have a chance to bring all of it to life." And that's what he did with America's Most Wanted. He did that with Kill at Will. He did that with, I still say, his best album to date, Death Certificate, will always be the best album Ice Cube made to date.
But let me say this though. Even though, like you say, they was capping, they not capping. Even though they wrote lyrics and they wasn't about that, they still had to go outside. Places, these places that people live, don't nobody initiate. It ain't too many people I know that just initiate being a gangster. Like, only neighborhood I lived in was 20. I grew up from 1973 until I moved out when I was 20. I ain't never lived nowhere else. So to me, I looked at everything like I'm a 20 boy for life. That's the only thing I know. But my mother didn't raise me to be no gangster, but I turned into some shit. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So them dudes, even though they was not into that lifestyle at first, they still had to go outside. They still had to deal with other motherfuckers saying, "Oh, he talked all that shit on his album. I'm gonna see if he a real nigga." You got get tested by all that shit. So all I'm saying is I'm not saying that the music back then we was telling stories, because I write poetry. I used to rap and everything. There's no fucking way I'm going to sit here and tell you that me and my 20 boys gonna ride down Eastport, Rockwood Gun or something and shoot that bitch up. I'm not gonna sit there and write no motherfucking lyrics about going out there and tell I'm gonna kill any one of you motherfuckers, because the goal is to kill your ass and stay free. That goal that they have is no escaping that shit.
So, and to Mike's point, make no mistake about it. Make no mistake. Just because you're not a quote unquote gang member or a street nigga, that don't mean you a bitch ass nigga. That don't mean that. So the problem is when other rappers and other people start to try to push that narrative that he told a lie or something wasn't 100%, something was exaggerated in his music, so he phony. He ain't real. And that's where that divide came in. So that's why I said way back then, at some point, you had to keep a certain veil of vagueness, at least pretend that the shit is entertainment. You see what I'm saying?
They used to do subliminal messaging in raps.
You're right.
Go ahead, Scooter, my bad.
No. Chevy had it. At least try to pretend.
Gangsters move in silence. I mean, like I said, there's nothing. If you're gonna make money, I get it. But I'm not saying don't write drill rap. I'm saying don't tell the police that you're gonna go kill a bitch and then you go kill a bitch and then write down everything the song that you should have heard the lawyer in court reading the lyrics to the song that dude Shorty was talking about. He said one song say, I shot your mother, or I shot at your mother, now she don't talk shit to me no more. That shit happened. The one they talk about the kidnapping, bruh, the police didn't even have a suspect yet. These niggas wrote a whole kidnap song. And then when the dude finally got away and escaped, he told the police, and the police knew who did it because they wrote the fucking song.
And another thing, what you said, these niggas just not using basic common sense.
At all.
So, for example, we might know if all right, boom, we on social media right now. I don't see none of us got our real names posted. That don't mean that if somebody else is watching this stream right now, they don't know who Chevy really is. They don't know. So if I'm on here right now talking about some shit that I've done or that I've seen or that whatever, how easy, back in the 80s, the 90s, it was no such thing as the hip hop police. Well, them niggas exist now. And it's real. So
now they was out. They was out.
Right. I mean, it might have been right, whoever, because
I seen a documentary on them.
It was just a secret society, like a secret group.
Yeah.
So that's even.
I ain't mean cut you off, but they was out.
No, you're right. I mean, that's good. That's good information, and now it makes sense though, because you're right. Even back then, it might not have been called hip hop police, but they was following NWA and other acts and shit and trying to. Yeah. So now that I think about it, you're right. That component always existed.
They could,
and you know what sucks about it? That's why they said that because when Biggie got killed, Pac got killed. If you check the FBI file shit that they had going on, that white dude went crazy. they followed them everywhere they went, 24 hours a day, 24/7 surveillance. So where were you when the motherfucker got killed?
They was there. They just ain't want to make themselves known.
You see what I'm saying? That shit been going on forever, bro.
Now just imagine this real quick. Imagine if they was filming a movie like The Godfather or fucking Casino or something, right? And then when them niggas left the scene, real police pulled over the limo that had fucking Marlon Brando or Al Pacino or whoever in it. You don't know what kind of drugs or whatever them niggas might have had in the car. So even though it's a lack of common sense for them people to be putting that shit in the music or whatever, the real issue is the police using that, because they should not be. The police should not be able to use entertainment as a means of probable cause.
That's what what's the name trying to do? KRS-One and a couple other rappers. I think it was Killer Mike, and all of them was on a platform saying that they shouldn't be doing that, and that's why they changed that shit over in LA. Like he was saying in New York, like they did.
I mean, I think is a violation of their free speech.
Yeah, that's exactly what
But it's the thing, though. Like, is it free speech though? If I kill a motherfucker and I'm saying, "Dude, I killed a nigga," is that free speech?
I just shot Scoot in his face.
Is it free speech? And this is the part of it that I'm saying. Like,
and then it happened.
The door was never closed. The door was left open. When
they keep it open.
If I'm rapping, yeah, you know, me and boom, we was out here, this big trip, like. And the police can listen to that song, and they can go back and be like, okay, so he's saying this happened. The reason that they're finding out this shit is because they're finding somebody to corroborate the shit that they saying on the music. And that's the part of it. Like, I get it, because Pitt said right here, he said drill rap is hood music. Drill is music that specifically is for that hood and the people from it. They don't intend for that music to make it past that area. You shouldn't be making music about the shit if you doing this shit.
I agree with Pitts.
I understand they don't intend for that music to leave the neighborhood, but it leaves the neighborhood.
Yeah,
and it makes it to platforms. It makes it to streaming platforms.
Once it gets to social media, it's a wrap.
It's over.
That's fact. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like we have to, like you said, we have to pull the reins in on what is actually freedom of speech and what is you giving a confession. Because
I agree with you on that. But then the problem is when you take a scenario like the case that Boosie fighting right now. The case that Boosie fighting, they was on social media on IG Live at a party. The fans or whoever, they on IG Live. Boosie probably got tens of thousands of niggas on the IG Live. They seen people, just people at the party that they know is quote unquote affiliated. Now they put Boosie and them over on some whole other shit.
Mm-hmm.
That should be now, mind you, they charged them with some shit that had nothing to do with what was on the video. There was no confession. It was just that because they knew, based on that IG Live, where they were, what time the party was, what was going on, the police just knew to be in that general area, and they could use whatever broken tail method or you speeding method to pull you over for some bullshit, and now they charge you with separate from what that's the shit that I'm talking about. That's not right.
That's my whole point, son. Even though it's not right, it's smart. Even though it's not right for the police to do that, it's smart. You giving them probable cause.
Yeah.
Probable cause.
Bam.
Listen. Now you know what probable cause is. Now they trying to pass a law telling that they can't. They trying to pass the law that the police cannot say, "I smell weed" and search your car.
Oh, that's already passed.
That's what I'm saying. All this shit that they doing is probable cause, yo. That's why niggas is getting locked up right now. They showing that they was at a party Every time they go somewhere, they on there, they smoking weed while they in the car. They telling them, yeah, cause we strapped out here in case y'all want some. And then you get pulled over for you can't prove that you wasn't speeding unless you got a dash cam. So they pull you over. Then the first thing they say is, oh, well, your tent too dark. I smell weed. I need all y'all get out the car. Probable cause. That's all they doing, yo.
All it take.
That's all they doing, yo. Like that shit with Boosie is crazy. But Boosie, an old ass dude, running around with a bunch of young ass wild out people around him. And 1 minute Boosie a gangster, next minute Boosie a motherfucking he a activist. You know what I'm saying? Boosie too smart for that shit that he doing. Cause he know about probable cause. Man, them niggas in why that Young Thug shit, they still getting caught talking on the telephones. We knew about that shit before they even had cell phones out.
Right.
They talking, they got conversation on the phone. How do they know to watch you? Cause y'all all talking about the same thing. If me and Scooter from 20, it's gonna say 20 Mikey, 20 Scooter, Bywater C. Allen. Man, the fuck out here. Now you know where the fuck to come look at me at.
Mm-hmm.
What the
police told me one time? Big Black told us one time when he came up through the building, he said the reason why I know where y'all always at, because y'all always spitting on the step. You always leading to opening up your blunts, leave the shit on the step. Y'all drink y'all drinks, leave the shit on the step. So the messed up, the most dirtiest building out here with all the spit on it and all that shit, that's where y'all be, and that's what we watch.
Leaving your cross.
It's the same exact thing.
Leaving the door open. Yo, you leaving the door open. No, that shit that they did with Boosie wasn't probable cause. It's not, because you can't assume that he's doing something wrong just because of where he is, but that's what they do. That's just what the government and the police do. But when you leave the door open, that's what we have to figure out, because that's what's happening. That's like the same thing that's happening with the neighborhoods now. The door was left open. And the door was left open, and there was no instructions left at the door. So anybody that walked through the door, they're like, "Oh, this door open for this, so this is what we're gonna do." But again, like I said, they ain't have no probable cause to really pull. They pulled Boosie over because he's fucking Boosie.
Did they find anything?
Plain and simple.
Did they find anything?
No, they didn't find nothing.
They found one, but the thing is, they found some joints. Exactly. But the whistle is like, well, that's my security gun. But then, you know what I mean? Then they got to go through the whole process of who the firearm belongs to, and this, that, and the third, all that type of shit. You know what I mean? But they charged him. He definitely got hit with the charge.
That's right.
We all like the issue with these youngins is they gotta limit their own access to fucking social media.
Right.
They like C keeps saying they leaving the door. That's perfect wording. Perfect wording. Mikey, hey, everybody got valid points, but they need to stay the fuck off social media.
Right.
It's like they used to tell us. It's like they used to say back in the day, stay off the phone.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear that little buzzing, back in the day, you used to hear that little buzzing sound on your phone.
And you get rid of that bitch.
And then all of a sudden it just disappears.
Yeah. Yeah.
They already got you.
We used to get rid of them phones quick as a bitch.
Get rid of them fucking phones fast.
And the thing is, we just gotta be realistic and stop being naive. And we gotta understand that not even just police. Motherfuckers out here that got jobs and trying to get jobs and trying to get certifications and shit. If you think them niggas ain't watching social media and what's going on, you're a goddamn fool.
Sometimes you need to learn when to shut the fuck up. At the end of the day.
When I was mentoring kids, we had a gang police officer from LA come and talk to the kids. They knew that the kids, they did this thing up there at me, right? Where the kids was going on a website. All the young girls up there would show their pussy, and all the boys would vote on who had the best looking pussy. The shit only stayed up for 3 minutes. They did this shit every fucking day. I had no clue what they was doing. So my little crew that I had mentoring, every time I turn around at the same time of the day, they shoot to the corner of the gym. Everybody laughing, joking high. I said, y'all doing something crazy. They showed me this. The gang police came in that bitch and was like, listen, damn near half of me got suspended. Me high and me middle. I'm telling you, I was there. They told them that they could be, especially the seniors. They were like, boy, you know, y'all could get locked up for child pornography and shit like that. And they were, and then the dude said, this how they tell if it's some if they tell us gang shit. Like when they go out and say we take and go out and we write 20 on the wall. We write 20 boys on the wall. What the police do is they don't even the city police don't handle it. The gang police come in and they erase that shit. If they erase it and it get put right back, they know that there's gang activity right there. They know that gangs are solidifying territories.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is these all they doing is using everything that they have on us. Just like this shit right here, right now. Man, this shit they watching, somebody done scoped our shit out.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Somebody, yeah.
Most definitely.
And you don't see it in the
Vlad
count
TV
either.
shit, Vlad TV. They go on Vlad. This is crazy. This is how crazy I see with.
Hey, Mikey, I know where you coming from. They just don't get it. They don't get it. They don't fucking get it.
When the
youngin that was just on here, the rapper that was just on here, I don't think he understand the word like investigation. The investigation part. If they don't get you today, tomorrow, next week, they still pulling up fucking information on you. They gonna get you all in one swift blow. Like
they probably don't want the rapper. They probably don't want the rapper. They want the dude that's financing the rapper. That's what they not getting.
See, the problem with a lot of times too, though, the problem with these young niggas, the crazy thing is this generation, I'm talking about the niggas that's probably like 23, 4 and under now. The people that was born in 2000 and younger. Right. They are the smartest and the dumbest fucking generation at the same time, bro. They think they're gonna beat you with technicalities and shit because they so fucking smart. It ain't a game because it's this, because it's that, it ain't this. But they lack the common sense, the basic shit that, nigga, all them technicalities don't matter. They gonna lock you up.
What we talk about?
They're gonna lock your ass up.
Jay-Z wrote the perfect song. That bitch called Still Nigga. You listen to the lyrics in that song, you gonna find out your ass gonna catch that red. They watching the game.
I see so many people now. You can see they trying to represent themselves in court and go to the law library and do this, that, and the third. And niggas so smart and they trying to, I'm sovereign, I'm this and that, and technically the United States is a corporation and this and it. Man, look, all that shit sound real good. Man, you real smart.
And they put the motherfucking handcuffs on you.
Exactly.
All that shit going. They like, oh, you sovereign? Okay, we're gonna put these hands. You be sovereign on your way to the motherfucking Jennifer Road. Listen, man.
What else gonna ball down to nigga? You can be sovereign all you want.
When you hear that when they hear that motherfucking judge hit that gavel and say 25 years DOC, that's when they gonna go to the policeman and be like, I got something I want to say.
And that's the part of it, like I said, even now, not even just with the music, just with what's going on now with the youngins, like it's the same thing. It's almost like the same analogy I made last week. Like like the infection set in, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the infection set in, and now we are at a point where it's like we got to start removing limbs to cut the infection off. You see what I'm saying? Like we can't just treat it now. And these are the things, and that's what I was saying. Like, no, back in like when we say, well, you know, back in the day we ain't do. Nah, we didn't. But we also did not make sure that the wounds was clean that we left behind. We let
Yeah, but you
dirty
can keep
move.
blaming the past for any fucking thing.
I'm not
If you don't
blaming
do
it.
nothing in the future, that's
It's
on
not
you.
about blaming. It's
Because
not
all
about
that shit
blaming
do
the
is
past. It's about being accountable for it. We can
yeah,
all.
we are. Even if we stand accountable for it, just like Ice Cube standing accountable for what he said, and we stand accountable for it because we always mention how that's fucked up because the hippies did the same thing. They rebelled against what their parents didn't want them to listen to. That's human nature. But if you still like we not gonna go make no drill rap songs, even if it's what's gonna sell. We're not gonna do that because we know the effects of it. So with that being said, even though we fucked up that then, but when shit get like that, it always evolves. Violent always evolves, and that's what this shit doing. It came from telling a story, telling the world about what I see every day, to creating the drama and the chaos.
Right.
It
Yeah.
didn't just start with it. NWA was the beginning. NWA, what's the nigga name? I'm your idol, your highest title, Uno. Special Ed just did an interview not too long ago that everybody gave him flack for saying that gangster rap fuck rap music up. And his point was exactly what Chevy said. It took away all of the positive rap. It could nobody tell me that they wasn't first everybody watching Hammer dancing, running all over the place. Next thing you know, people stop liking Hammer. Hammer is a fucking gangster.
Hammer, the biggest gangster out there.
Hammer, one of the biggest gangsters, but just because he didn't sit on the front porch with his gun out and act all crazy and tell everybody he was a gangster, they didn't respect him.
Right.
He didn't open the door.
That
nigga was a gangster.
That nigga Puff a gangster. The nigga, now I know he a freaky ass nigga, but that nigga Puff he a gangster too for real. That nigga Puff really be getting his hands dirty.
Oh no, like, Puffy top gangster.
Yeah, but see the difference is we all know who Puffy is. We ain't had no idea that Hammer was like he is.
Exactly.
Until a couple years later.
Exactly.
That's
when
crazy.
Nigga try to run up on him on that show.
Y'all think Diddy gangster for real?
Who?
No, real shit though. Like Diddy,
man, hell yeah. If you don't get your hands dirty, you top gangster.
I think Diddy he show us the soft face on TV, but they say he a total asshole.
That TV shit was to bait everybody in.
Yeah.
Like
somebody said they're not gangster at all.
You never heard the story about Jermaine Dupri party in Atlanta when they killed Suge Man?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man, Diddy
he was with J-Lo that night, I think. If I ain't mistaken, he was with Puffy.
No, the J-Lo shit was when he was with Shine.
Oh, Shine, that's right. That was
the shit with Shine in 2000. Yeah. But in 96 or 95, sometime they had a party in Atlanta, and Puff had put that's really what started the whole East Coast West Coast shit. Puff had put some money out there for a nigga to get a death row chain, and the niggas,
yeah.
And I know what you're talking about. The party you talking about is Jermaine Dupri after party after the Source Awards when Suge Knight said this shit about Death Row. Come to Death Row. They went to the club. Jermaine Dupri said that. They went to the club and they said, Diddy pulled up Suge and asked him, who was you talking about? Suge said, I was talking about Jermaine Dupri. I wasn't talking about you. And they said that shit went whatever. And they let it slide. But they also, if you watch the interview, Mark Curry, remember the nigga Mark Curry from the joint? He did an interview where he said that night, the reason that the boy Jake got shot, it wasn't Puffy or Wolf. It was some niggas that they had a problem with that was in the club. And when they got into it and they were leaving the club, Diddy and Suge was arguing out in the parking lot. It's still about the shit from the show. And Wolf was into it with these niggas across the street, which was BMF. That's how Big Meech got shot in the ass. Pause. That same night. It was somebody from BMF that killed Jake. Suge blamed it on Puffy. That's what started the East Coast, West Coast shit. It was a nigga from BMF that killed his homeboy, though. And that was the night Big Meech got shot in the ass because Big Meech and Wolf was beefing about a girl.
A girl. I remember. Yeah, right. That shit, a long story short, to tie that shit all together, yeah, them niggas is that nigga Puff is, I mean, that shit, everything that was to be, I would say Puff was at least equal, or at least just, you know what I'm saying? This is
with money brings power.
Better because he ain't get locked up for it.
It's all about the money.
Brings power, right?
All about
With
that
money brings power, and Puffy is a billionaire. You know, not nowhere near compared to Suge. Suge was worth like what, 400 million?
So yeah, something
so
like
he
that.
Puffy was way over. So is Jay-Z.
Here's my question though. So because we talked before about the agenda and how they promoted the gangster rap and all of the generous shit, right? And I would say that fast forward right now, you could see the same shit going on. Right now, it's probably they're not promoting the gang shit so much because we got hip to that. But now, what is it? The drugs, the pill popping and lean and all the drug shit and
all that mind altering shit.
All the same shit. And the sex. Like, how is it that you look at people, these females like a Sexy Red, Krishan Rock, you know what I mean? All of the shit that's like all up and down our timeline, that's getting promoted, all of the bullshit. But the problem is people actually click on that shit and like that shit and give that shit attention. And motherfuckers is actually watching Bad Girls Club and Real Housewives and you know what I'm saying? So when we know that they feeding us that shit, because when we know that's a part of the agenda, but people still into it at the end of the day, it's really who fault?
It's just all drama.
The purchaser.
It's the purchaser fault.
Damn right.
I agree with you on
It's always been the same.
Because even like
the same.
It's positivity that's out there. It's Rhapsody and Gene. It's a lot of positive images out there. That shit don't get promoted. That shit don't get no type of airtime. But all day long.
That's because them label executives, they right now, they going with what sells.
Yeah, they know this generation
drama
don't care.
and negativity is what sells now, and controversial shit.
And that's throughout the whole entertainment. That's why if you we talk about how like for a while I had stopped watching a lot of TV, and it was because when I was trying to get my mind right, I started noticing something that shit was affecting me a lot. Every time you ask somebody what's a good show or tell me a good series to watch, 95% of the shows they tell you is a bunch of violence or is a whole bunch of fucking drama. There's the only thing I do like about Tyler Perry movies is I like some movies with happy endings. I'm tired of seeing a motherfucker always getting shot in the face on every fucking episode. I'm tired of seeing goddamn sex. They just eating each other out and sucking dick all over the place. It's like you can't watch a fucking movie no more with your kids. You can't watch a movie with your grandkids no more because next thing you know, somebody gonna be fucking somebody, or somebody gonna be doing some gay shit or sucking dick or something on there. You can't. It's hard to even watch TV. So I fell back from that shit. Like when we watch shit, we try to watch comedies, or we try to stay away from a lot of action movies because that shit is
right. It fuck with you. It fuck with you.
I got another little. I'm gonna throw out there a little scenario. You know how I don't know if y'all have heard it before, but I've heard on social media where some women.
Hold up, see, did you send King God King Wayne invite?
Oh no, you gotta inbox me his email address. I gotta send it to his email. But what I was ready to say was, do you think that we continue to watch and participate in this type of thing because we are now just desensitized?
fucking right. We're American.
It might just be a situation of sensory overload. Like we're just desensitized to everything now. So
Every fucking thing.
And what I'm saying, I'm not necessarily saying us here in particular watching it, but like when you take in so much shit, like, or even like pain, when you go through so much pain that you become numb to certain shit, I think that might just be what it is with this too, with the music.
That's been what's wrong with
TV,
us.
with everything.
It started from slavery on up.
We still, yeah, absolutely.
That's been what's wrong with us.
This has been systematic since the beginning. Absolutely. Like I agree with that 100%.
Bro, we sit back sometimes and say, when a motherfucker OD in Annapolis, I be like, another nigga OD. That's heartless. But this is how it happens so fucking much. When somebody gets killed, another motherfucker got shot. The other day, they got mad at me because the police got shot on the video. And I was like, shit, I want to see how they went in the man's house. Because they be going up in people's houses, guns are blazing. Bitch getting tired of that shit. Everybody got mad at me. Oh, when you need the police. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. 4 motherfucking police officers get shot. That shit don't affect me at all. I got shot right up the street from where I live at. You know what I mean? So all that shit just nothing to us. It's just like you don't want your man get shot. You don't want your friend's son getting shot. But every time you turn around, somebody's son that you know is shooting somebody else's son that you know.
Right.
And whose funeral do you go to? And then, all right, see your son shoot Scooter's son. All of us been friends forever. Who do I come to and support? Both of y'all my man. You know what I'm saying? One of y'all son killed somebody, and one of y'all son in jail for doing the killing. I mean, dead. Who the fuck do I support? That's a fucked up reality.
Mike, that's a fucked up feeling.
Hell yeah. You know how many times we've been at a funeral and there's been somebody mother in there, and then we leave the funeral and then we go over to one of our friends' house and she's sitting there crying because her son is the one that killed her. That shit. I don't know. I don't have no more tears for it.
Man, listen. Every time I hear about somebody, I lived in Annapolis in over 30 years, right? And every time I hear about somebody child that I grew up with from Sandbox, man, that shit just like really fuck with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like wild as fuck to see somebody you grew up with and then they have a child and then they gotta bury their fucking child.
Right.
But then you find out that nigga done killed somebody else. But then you find out that nigga done killed somebody else. You're like, man, that's fucked up. Shorty died. Then you hear, because we ain't out in the streets. So next thing you know, you be like, yeah, but Shorty, like, I found out one of the kids that I watched grow up, coached them and everything. Found out that nigga was like a vampire. He was out there killing motherfuckers at night like it wasn't nothing.
Damn.
Yeah, but we all sit up there
and then another thing, the parents used to hang together.
We all hang together. We know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Right.
Guarantee we got a common. Guarantee you got a common relative. Guarantee it.
Right. That's
you know
crazy.
What I'm saying?
In Annapolis, with Annapolis being so small, it's almost impossible to not shoot at somebody you fucking related to.
Let me tell y'all something.
Let me tell y'all something right there.
That how crazy is that? It's a possibility.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all might not be, the two of y'all might not be related, but I guarantee y'all have a common
somewhere down the line.
Y'all have a common relative.
Uncles or something, uncles and aunts that linked up or something. Somebody linked up.
I think about that shit all the time. We used to ride from neighborhood to neighborhood together, but he killed your son, and all of y'all used to pack up in a car together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy.
I see it all the time.
That shit is crazy to me.
So
And then you shooting at, and then you shooting at your cousin.
Right.
Man, that shit don't mean nothing when you in the hood.
Yeah,
If y'all ain't from the same hood, that shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
I heard stories, son. When I mentor kids, I heard stories. I had to tell them, I said, yo, listen, some of this shit y'all can't tell me because by law, I would have to report it.
Right.
Because this is my job. And I had them HIPAA laws and all that shit. They be breathing down your neck. I said, man, let's do this. I know y'all like keeping it 100 with me, but when it comes to y'all street shit like that, if you ain't trying to get out of it, I can try to help you get out of it. But if you ain't trying to get out of it, keep that shit out my ear, bro, because I'm going to have to report it.
You got a duty to report. Yes, absolutely.
I had to, especially when they was ready to go jump a motherfucker. They got a whole video, right? They got a whole video of this dude, these dudes up me beating the fuck out this young dude, son. Look, he on the ground, they go back, dance, and next thing you know, they go over there and whip his ass some more. Whole time, they don't know this shorty is a blood. Man, he comes back, they catch him and like 4 other dudes on surveillance cameras at me high. Somebody opened the door for him and they walking through the school. The teachers told them go class. They wouldn't even go class. They ain't from the school, but they walking around looking for him. The shorty that was in my program, his parents sent his ass off to military school because they was walking around. They were gonna kill his ass. They beat the fuck out of a blood, son. And then they also found other young people that wasn't from the school sitting outside in cars. They had a big ass. Shut the school down, get them the fuck up off the property.
Good God have mercy.
Man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these niggas is killers, son. And then motherfuckers be like, oh, they ain't real hard, they ain't gangster. These niggas walking around with dead bodies on their motherfucking head.
Yeah, that don't make them
they
gangster.
sleeping
Though.
with that shit. Yeah, dude. What is
that
the
don't make them gangster.
Yeah,
and no remorse. And no remorse of it.
A person who never been a gangster before could do that.
I don't know.
Just protecting yourself, you could do that. You don't have to be gangster.
Protecting yourself, but to just keep killing for fun, that's gangster. I mean, that's the gangster that I know about.
Oh, that just make you a killer.
Yeah, but that's gangster. That's what we call gangster.
No, I don't think killing is gangster.
Shit.
Like to be a gangster, you got to be underneath order. You got to have ruling. Like gangster got rules, you know that, right?
And
like people get sanctioned in that shit. You just can't go out killing.
And the rule is, you piss me off, I'm gonna kill you. That's
that's why people get RICO, because it's organized. It's supposed to be an organization. You can't just go out killing like.
But that's what they do.
Then if that's the case, then a nigga that was
not
kidnapping motherfuckers and putting them in freezers and eating them, he gangster. He ain't gangster. He just a fucking lunatic.
When it comes to that street shit and you walking around this bitch,
you know who the biggest gangsters is? The people who run this infrastructure. Now they gangster. They not only run countries, they run countries. That's gangster. They move as a unit and put everybody underneath their feet. They pushed out white Jesus and damn near the whole world swallowed it. That's gangster.
You talking about some political shit. We talking about street shit.
I'm talking about building a nation.
Niggas walking around here killing motherfuckers.
Yeah, because we hate each other. You know why? Because we don't move as a unit.
And walking around going sleep and acting like that shit ain't nothing. Chilling. Going back to the same motherfucking ice cream truck.
Look
out here
look at what you're talking about. You talking about somebody going to the ice cream truck. I'm talking about running a whole infrastructure. I'm talking about having countries.
What I'm talking about.
No, man.
You talking about
we gotta stick together.
No, but listen,
get a proper order so we can.
What I'm talking about. You can't hear what I'm talking about because you ain't listening. You think it's just about the ice cream truck, but the point of what I'm trying to make is the same killer is still in the same exact area not trying to get away, not trying to do nothing. That's going hard. That's gangster shit.
That's going real hard.
That's going hard. That's gangster shit.
Do you understand
We
what
had
I'm
8
saying?
murders in Annapolis at one time. And soon as one person got locked up, the murders went away.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. But you talking about like we already know about the government, how the government operates and all that shit. We already know these, you know,
yeah,
the
but we
government,
gotta
they
do
run
something
the
about
countries
it.
and all that shit.
And they are the real gangsters. That's what I'm saying.
And they're not
That's
even
what
the
I'm
ones that
talking about.
run in the countries. The gangsters, the government, not even the ones that's running the country. This motherfuckers over top of the government that tells the government what to do.
No,
Those the real motherfuckers.
I ain't talking about the government, period. I'm talking about the government infrastructure. Who run that?
It's niggas
You
over
know,
top
like
of
Black
that
Rock. You know Black Rock. You
see the thing that y'all don't get about this
everything.
Shit. The thing that you don't get about this shit, like they say,
we gotta get out. We gotta get out this small mindset.
They say the Illuminati and all that shit. How you gonna have a secret society and everybody know who the fuck you are? If you knew the name of
my bad. I'm sorry.
If you knew the name of anybody that was part of that government infrastructure that you talking about,
they would kill you.
your ass would be dead right the fuck now. You can't call the name of the motherfuckers that know that shit because they too wealthy and they run shit for a reason. And they've been undercover. It's probably some nerdy ass motherfucker somewhere that you can't know them niggas' names.
No, the real secret
every day.
The real secret is your identity, who you really are, the rules that you really supposed to abide by. That's the real secret.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Of course. Of course.
What you mean, of course?
So
I'm very intelligent.
So what nation of people are we?
Oh shit.
What nation of people are we?
We cut it out, Doobie.
What nation of people are who? Us?
Are we? Yeah.
We Black Americans. We niggas in America.
So we're a color out of crown box. Where's the land of black?
Come on, man.
If we were supposed to get reparations or anything, where would we go to? The land of black? That's the secret. We don't have no identity because it's been taken from us. That's the secret within their society. There's not no worshiping, no Satan, or nothing like that. They run the whole infrastructure. They run countries. They get together in the UN, and what do we do? Who represent us?
Those people in the UN.
They make laws around us to torture us, and we can't do nothing about it.
Hey, so Dunny, let me ask
so who's the real gangsters?
Hey, Dunny, let me ask
like,
you this
what? Who is the real gangsters? That's not gangster.
Let me ask you this then. You know how when the Zionists, the Jewish niggas,
Jim Crow was gangster.
Listen.
Slavery is gangster.
Would you be in support
taking somebody's identity and then becoming those people?
As
gangster.
Black American descendants of slaves, you would be in support of a nation just for us, like how Israel got for Jewish people.
No, I'm in support of us supporting us becoming an actual nation.
That's a fact.
We don't support each other, and then it shows. You talking about killing people in your own hood? 8 walking around the city with 8 bodies. 8 bodies of who? Them people don't control shit. You just body them for nothing. You ain't get nothing out of it. When they body, they body. They make you build this country around it and then tax you for living. And then we go out and vote every year like everything like it's going to change. No, it remained the same. Since slavery, the Constitution been the same. Voting ain't going to help that.
So then what? So then how do we change?
Hey, yo, they said freedom and justice for all, right? While we was in the cotton fields.
You keep giving me problems.
While we was doing sugarcane. I got to go back to slavery because that's where we lost our knowledge.
We know that. We know that.
So that's where you got to go back to. You got to go. How can you reconstruct a nation without going back to our knowledge?
You know, I think
I don't know how the
that
fuck you
sort
got
of
in this
that
conversation.
it'll never happen.
What?
It'll never happen because
Yeah,
that,
if we don't stick together, it's never gonna happen.
Hold up. You
They're gonna
can't keep
always
cutting them off.
destroy us.
Hey,
They're
you
gonna
got,
like the
hey,
Indians. Oh, my
Whoa,
bad.
hey,
whoa.
hold up. Doobie was talking. You can't keep cutting them off.
My bad.
it'll never happen because what we talked about last week, unity. It's just as much as we are sitting here, we say, okay, we have these problems or issues is what's going on. We can talk and talk and talk, but it's not going to change. If anything, I feel it's going to get worse. We ain't seen shit yet.
What's going to get worse? What's going to get worse?
Our conditions.
I don't
Our
think
conditions.
it could get worse.
Everything that we're talking
It
about.
is.
So everybody on this panel is in a fucked up condition?
No.
I can't hear you.
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm asking. Everybody in this panel is in a fucked up condition?
It doesn't
No,
matter
I'm talking
if
about
we
our
are.
people. I'm talking about our people.
It's the whole infrastructure of our people. Everything that
We
are we
a real nation?
10,000
Are we a real
strong
nation
good
of people?
but we got 10 million people out here that's killers and doing gangster shit.
Are we a real nation of people? Because you do have killers. You have Chinese right now, like 100 millions of people willing to kill for their country. Are we a nation to gather ourselves and willing to kill for our country? We don't have a country. We don't have an identity. That's what I mean by having a nation.
So that's the question. So
we got to have a nation, an infrastructure. We got to stick together. Like you said, we're going to get pumped. Hey, we're going to be the ones that get destroyed if not.
So even if we do stick together, what is the plan? Do we stick together and try to integrate on this land in America, or do we want our own separate land just for us? What is once we stick together, then what?
We can't even think about land until we become a nation. That's why we got to stick together. We got to stick together to become a nation.
He's asking you a
we
question.
did it.
He's telling you.
We did it over here. Do anybody know about Black Wall Street?
Black Wall Street.
Yes,
Y'all
we
know about
we know about Black Wall Street.
Hey, yo, didn't Kendrick Lamar just said it on his diss track about the Carolinas? Did anybody ever get that?
But the Black Wall Street, listen, Black Wall Street did the same thing, bro. Black Wall Street kicked out black people that didn't want that. The black, listen. Can you hear him? What's happening?
No.
Like this dude, you talking like we don't have any common sense. Black Wall Street did the same thing to black people.
We can't hear you.
Right. We can't hear you. You just talking and laughing. I don't know what's funny.
We can't hear you. To prove that he's smarter than everybody.
Bruh, we can't hear you. What did he say?
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you. We can't.
All right, well, anyway.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
That's what I mean. It is.
He just talking. If you can't hear us by now, I don't know. Well, anyway, the thing
he's not wrong though. He's not. A lot of what he's saying is not.
I get what he's saying too, but
is he talking about? Is he talking about the Black Wall Street in Tulsa?
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah.
There's a lot to that shit that people got researched.
Because just still coming out too.
Those people that built Black Wall Street, they did not let other free slaves that escaped just come in there and seek refuge.
Right.
There's some dark history to every fucking thing. So I mean, we always gonna respect our history, and that's what we need to we always reflect back to. But that shit ain't doing nothing for us right now. As in today, what they did at Black Wall Street ain't got shit to do with what we got to do today. The thing that we got to do today is, like he said, the first thing we got to do is unite. Without unity, we have nothing. And that's why we was talking about how Minister Farrakhan built such a powerful empire around him because he has like-minded people around him and they willing to die and protect him and protect each other. So I get what he's saying, but he's talking so much that he's not going to let any of us get a word in. And that's not what the show is about. The show called Let Me Talk. If you're going to bring up a topic, you got to let other people talk. We all step back when somebody come in. When we make a mistake and cut somebody off, be like, man, my bad. Let the person talk. But you can't come on here and just keep talking and then acting like we don't have no knowledge of self as well. I mean, I'm glad you read some books, but we read too. We've been telling you for 15 minutes that we didn't hear a word you said. Just keep going on and on and on. We didn't hear anything he said. And he might have kicked some good points.
What was the question you asked again, yo?
We can't hear him.
Well, we can't hear you. Repeat the question.
Did he mute himself?
Yeah, leave out and come back in. Pause.
Button.
Did he mute himself? See, or because I don't see a mute on his thing.
You got to leave out and come back in.
Okay, because I don't see a mute.
Everybody sound like they're underwater
right now.
Put it in the water.
My shit clear. I hear y'all perfect.
I do too. I hear everybody perfectly clear.
But I get it. Like, I get everything. Yeah, we need unity. Yes, we got to come up. We got to figure out how to eliminate the mindset that makes our people think that we can't do better. And I understand all of those things. You know what I mean? And again, I agree with some of the things that he said. Absolutely. Like, yeah, having knowledge of self is important. Having knowledge of where you come from is important. But these kids that's out here wilding right now, they didn't come from there.
Yeah, right.
They might be descendants of slavery, but they didn't come from slavery.
Right.
They don't know
nothing about 100% right. They don't know nothing about
right. Having to work for your freedom or to work to feed yourself.
And if you say something about Black Wall Street, they probably think you're talking about the games group.
Yeah,
we talking crazy when we talk about
that's how you know we don't run our own infrastructure, because we're not being taught that in schools. That's the secret.
Yeah, they never taught that
not
in school.
being taught our history is the secret.
They didn't teach about
society holds.
They didn't teach about the Black Wall Street in school.
Yeah, right.
They can't.
They didn't.
They can, but they won't.
No, he said that's what we said. We said they did.
That's the secret.
No, I didn't learn about
Black
Wall Street.
They not going to. There ain't no secret. We already know we already know
it's not a secret. It's not a secret.
Do you know who them schools?
Yeah, we know about it now.
Yeah, now because we went out and did our own studies. But they're not going to teach you your history. They're not going to teach you who you are. They're not going to give you your identity, give you the laws that you're supposed to follow. And I just had this conversation with this Muslim the other day. I'm like, because he was talking about the dietary law and stuff like that. I'm like, so what's the real reason y'all don't eat pig? This guy was like, because the pig is the most disgusting, vile animal on the earth. And yeah, he's right, but the culture don't come from y'all, and that's not it. The reason why they stole that culture from us, the reason why Father told us to eat the animals that chew the cud, because they have most of the animals that chew the cud have multiple stomachs. So it's the digestive system that they have. The pig could roll around in bath water and be the cleanest animal on earth, but it still will be unclean to us. See, we don't know our laws. We don't know our culture. We don't know what we're supposed to follow. That's the secret.
I knew that. About pork and the pig.
But pigs also must come from their hooves.
You also ain't supposed to eat shrimp. You also ain't supposed to eat lobster.
Yeah, but it's not the reason why they tell you. But
there's a lot of things you're not supposed to eat.
But why though? What's the reason they tell you?
For the exact same thing as the pig, because they bottom feeders and they eat dirt and they eat waste.
Yeah, but even if they didn't,
right?
even if they didn't, it still would be unclean to you.
You
That's
know
what
it's
I'm
a sin
telling
to
you.
eat shrimp, right?
Huh?
You know it's a sin to eat shrimp, right?
That's unclean too. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
eating
because
since
they
they were
foul
kids.
and disgusting. It's because of their digestive system.
Right. I know that. I knew that.
Yeah, so
That's
they could still eat all that shit and it still would be unclean to you. They could still eat healthy and it still would be unclean to you. Because of their digestive system, not because of what they eat, not because how they live. We haven't been taught that. In school, they don't teach us that.
Hey,
Nah, but that's something you learn on your own.
We lead the
you
number
got
one deaths
yourself
and
on
heart
mute,
attacks, right?
Scooter.
Because of bad diets.
Man, you know how many, our grandparents lived goddamn
Fucking 100 years.
80, 90 years and ate pork the whole motherfucking time.
Yeah, and could live longer.
Everybody don't want to live to be no motherfucking 120 years old.
People living shorter lives now.
No, you just want to live the way God intended. You want to live the way God intended. You don't want to die of heart attacks. You don't want to have high blood pressure. You don't want to be a diabetic. You want to live the way God intended.
That's a fact.
I know people.
Why you want to cut your life short anyway? Why would you want to cut life short anyway? Like what?
Who said anything about cutting life short?
You just said you don't want to live that long. Like you said,
I don't want to be 120 years old. I don't want to be 120
Who
years
want
old.
to cut life short? Why?
I don't want to be 120 years old. I don't want nobody wipe my ass.
You know the guidance that you could pass on to the
slide.
youth.
Them motherfucker 120 years old can't even talk. Half of them motherfuckers can't even talk. Fuck you talking about?
What?
Them is 100 years old. The average motherfucker that's 120 years old can't talk.
Hey, not following that, not following that dietary law is the reason why. It's one of the reasons why. Because they're not healthy. They're not a healthy 100 years old. They've been eating shit all their life, smoking shit all their life, drinking shit all their life.
There's barely anything you can eat right now.
It's a
There's
reason
barely
why
anything you can eat right now that's healthy.
You smoking a blunt right now? Why you not smoking raw papers or something, a more healthier alternative? You cutting your life short right now by smoking a blunt.
Right. I am. But that's what I'm saying. Why would
brother? Admit it. You still conditioned.
I'm not following the laws neither.
You still
I said we. I ain't say I ain't say y'all. I said we. Everything that came out of my mouth, I said we. Us as a people. I said us. I didn't take myself out of it. I said we got to become a nation. Didn't I?
And I wasn't saying
when did I exclude myself? Hold on, answer that. When did I exclude myself?
You didn't.
Right, so why are you saying it like I did?
No, I wasn't saying it to call you out. What I was saying was, my point was that at a certain point, you have to make conscious decisions of how healthy you're not gonna live in perfection, was my point. So
I ain't never say nothing about being perfect.
Right. So
you can't hear a motherfucker if you don't listen to him talk.
Right.
You can't hear a motherfucker if you don't listen to him talk.
All I'm saying is, even with, we might not follow the dietary law to perfection, but that doesn't prevent us or refrain us from being conscious and aware of and having knowledge of self. That, to me, little shit like that is petty and inconsequential to the grand scheme of what you said of building a nation. I don't give a fuck what a nigga eat. If we try to build a nation, what you eat individually in your household doesn't affect our nation. My point was that. Go ahead.
If you can't eat, if you don't have no food,
my bad.
You're not gonna eat a pig. You don't have nothing to eat. You're not gonna eat a pig. We built a whole nation that can't afford shit. You're not gonna eat that motherfucking pig. I'm talking to everybody on the panel.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker good as hell.
I'm gonna eat. I mean, and I don't even eat pork day to day like that. But if that was my
the
only option,
reason, no, man. Like, I don't think y'all grasp what I'm talking about. The reason why I brought that up, because I said they're not going to teach us that. They're not going to give us our laws. They're not going to give us our culture. They're not going to give us. I brought up dietary. That was just for, example. Yeah, I'm still talking about the grand scheme of things, but I'm just giving parts and pieces of what they know.
I don't know how old you are, But your job as a grown man is to teach yourself.
Facts.
Because
that's where I was getting ready to go.
Nobody is gonna teach you shit.
Thank you. We can.
You gotta teach yourself.
Who, me?
We can.
I know these things. I'm saying we have to become a nation if we want to be able to stand a chance. That's what I'm saying.
And I agree with you. And to be real, the nigga just taught me something. Because I always thought that the reason you don't eat pork is because them niggas don't have sweat glands or some shit like that. They don't. Whatever.
Hell. That's what they will tell you, and that's my point. That's my whole point. They're not gonna educate you. They're not gonna tell you who you are. That's the secret. That's the big secret. They're not really going to tell you
like that.
They'll give you a month of slavery, and they'll give you a month of slavery, not knowing why it really happened. But
that was my point. My point
was the secret. The secret society is not devil worship. It's not sacred worship. I mean Satan worship.
How do you know?
The secret is keeping you docile.
How do you know so much about a secret society? I want to keep asking everybody, how do you know so much what a secret society?
Because every time you run across black people with this information, they be like, I ain't know that. I ain't know that. I ain't know that.
But why
is they not teaching us that? Why don't we have our identity then? You tell me, why don't we have our identity? Why is it so pertinent for us not to have that?
The reason, the real reason why they wanted to steal our identity, they stole our identity and wanted it to keep us like this, is because the birth to death ratio of black people. We can have white babies, albinos, and make blacks. We can mate with any race on this earth, and our people will keep living on. So the reason why white people wanted us to stop,
that don't make no sense because we can still
stop
do that
cutting
today.
people off, man. This show called Let Me Talk. How can I talk if you keep talking?
Go ahead.
We don't have this shit on this show, son.
Go ahead.
Everything you think you know is not always right. You laughing? He got to go. See, he got to go. Just kick him off the platform.
Oh, I gotta go. All right.
Yeah. Because you don't like to listen. You want to keep telling everybody everything like you're the smartest person. The one of the main reasons why is because reproduction. And that's it. That's what Jim Crow, that's what slavery, that's all that free labor shit. That's what all of that shit was for. You take those black motherfuckers because they can keep reproducing and they reproduce a lot. Right. If you think about it, your grandparents have more goddamn grandkids than damn near any white family you know. By a certain amount of time, if we wasn't dying so much, we would not be a minority. Why you think now they all putting the pressure on the Hispanics? The Hispanics coming over here and they reproducing like crazy. Mm-hmm. That's the main reason why all of that stuff, all that other shit that he talking, that's cool and that's, he intelligent, but you can't talk to people and want people to listen to you if you ain't willing to listen. Then you keep laughing at the shit we saying when that's not shit that men do. Men don't do that. That's why we got this platform. So people come on here, express themselves. We can learn from you, but why would I want to learn from you when you don't want to hear what I got to say? And then he said, what I said don't make sense. Why doesn't it? Outnumbering somebody is the key.
No, I mean that low birth shit for European, that's a fact. Like you can't deny the low birth rate and how they used us for like you just
multiply.
Said.
Scientists found that shit out years ago, bro. And the thing, like I said, we can mate with them in any other race, and it's gonna be black.
Yeah, absolutely.
They tell you that shit. It's because of the melanin, but they just had a set of twins. One of them motherfuckers came out dark skin and one of them came out pearl white. We can have albino babies. So we can always, that pearl white baby still have melanin.
Right.
That's the key to erase melanin. What's the name of the space? Tasmania. You think I'm lying? Look it up. Tasmania there's not a natural blood line of Tasmanian still alive now. They went over there, they took over the season, they kept fucking all the females and killing all the males. They fucked all the females, then they had babies. Before you know it, they wiped the melanin out. That's the plan. All that other shit he talking about ain't no plan. The plan is to stop reproduction of black people. We're gonna survive on no matter what, like roaches.
I'm all for having the discussion, you know what I mean? And like I said, like it's not, I get what he was saying as far as like knowing the nation, but like,
well, let's not talk about him because he's not on here defending himself.
All that shit, as far as that shit go, we at a point in time where we got to deal with right now and what's going on in the future for our kids. So yes, you do take the time to show your kids about the past and this happened and this happened. These are things you're not going to learn in school, but we can't keep saying they're not going to show you that. That's the secret. They're not going to tell you that because when Chevy tried to ask him a question, he dodged it. And that's what I was trying to get him to understand. I get what you're saying. We all understand that. But you can't keep answering the question with another question. If I'm asking you, what do we do now to eliminate it? You can't keep saying, well, what you know about the past and what happened with, I can't worry about that. I wasn't a slave. As crazy as that sounds, I just wasn't. You know what I mean?
But
I think my family, I'm shit 6 or 7 generations away from slavery. So like, it's not. I can't focus on slavery being the issue as to why kids is killing each other today. Because we all wake up with a choice, and that's kind of what I was trying to get him to understand. Like, what are you doing to further the push for unity? Because, like I said, we could all sit here and talk about the problems, and that's what I was trying to tell him. You keep talking about the problems. What's the solution?
One thing that you can't have, right? You cannot discuss talking about building a nation and talking about why they won't let us build a nation when you won't even listen to your man talk. How the fuck can we build a nation if we can't even have a fucking decent conversation? How can we have any unity if every time somebody think that their ideas are better than everybody, or you think because you did a little bit more educating or a little bit more reading than me that you think that you know everything? Everybody gotta have a piece of the pie to put into that shit. You can't just sit up there and talk about building a nation and you not willing to listen to your brother next to you because he might experience something. You know, he experienced something else in his life too. We gotta listen to each other.
Right. Here's the thing. Like, I want to reemphasize, the shit he's saying is not wrong.
Not at all.
It's not wrong. But what I want to know is the point I was getting at, in the grand scheme of things of trying to build a nation, if I don't eat pork because that bitch live in slop, and you don't eat pork because you know it's the digestive system, what the fuck difference do?
What happens? Go ahead.
My point, how does that contribute to the overall? And again, he's like you said, he had a great answer. He said that was just one example, which I get. But my point was that in the quest for overall unification, we got to understand we not gonna all be a fucking monolith and do
the same
thing. That's not realistic
at all.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Listen, man, the discussion, I really enjoyed this conversation, fellas. I appreciate y'all.
She had to just relax a little bit.
I appreciate y'all taking the time out your evening to build. You know what I mean?
Man, I enjoyed the whole platform, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, hell yeah. Anytime.
The food that the reason why me and C call this joint Let Me Talk, because I am a talker, but I also listen. I like to hear what my people's got to say. But when me and Steve asked about this, and he asked why would I call it this, it's because I was talking to people And every time I said something that they didn't like, they cut my point off. When I went on and watched other podcasts, I was like, let me go see what podcasting is about. Every fucking drink chance, every time somebody making a point, they cut them the fuck off.
Right.
The Vlad TV shit. Only time Vlad don't cut somebody off is when they telling on themselves or telling some street shit that he ain't supposed to be knowing about. Any other thing, he cut that shit off and he tried to get back. The whole point is, if you come on here, like I was digging what he was saying, but like I said, every time somebody say something, you gotta listen. That's the thorn in the black community. That's one of the biggest thorns in our community.
And that's one of the things that keeps unity at such a far-reaching goal. That exactly what you're saying. That's what like we have to practice unity, but like you said, we can't practice unity if I can't get through what I'm trying to say to you.
I ain't gonna want to listen to you. I'm not gonna want to learn from you.
Facts. And that's one of those situations where, like you said, it played out. What he was saying played out in real life, and he played it out in real life.
Hey, that's why I say he got to go, because we would have never got another conversation. We would have never got another word of conversation. And I don't like doing that to people, because he was spitting some knowledge. But you can't do that.
Good points.
Yeah, but
and you also can't make everybody seem like they're inferior to your thoughts or what you learn, because we know some shit too.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of that information is not as secretive as motherfuckers think. Like, we know about the miseducation of the Negro, like how we was intentionally lied to, and how look, you can look in Florida right now and see how them niggas trying to change the curriculum to remove black. So it's not no secret.
Yeah,
what's the secret?
Right?
The fuck is the secret? What do we do about it?
Right in front of your face.
It's not a secret when they're doing it right in front of you. Exactly.
You're right.
What do we do about it?
That's the thing. They've been doing these things in front of us for years.
So
that's the part of it that I was trying to explain. Like, yo, we understand what you're saying, but we know these things. So now that we know these things, what do we do now? The only way that we would be able to completely fix this shit is to build a time machine and go back and stop slavery.
It ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
So at this point now, we have to, it's like you have to turn a corner now. You know what I mean? You have to turn a corner now and say, all right, we're gonna move this way now. And we gotta and again, we don't all have to have our families move in the same direction. As long as we have the mindset on being better and doing better for ourselves.
Right.
That's all the unity we need. The unity that we need to have is the mindset that we want to do better and be better. That's it. We don't have to sit down and have some things, we might have to sit down and have a group and talk about. But what I'm saying is, just in general, all of us as men know what we need to do as far as our kids, and what we had to do as far as our kids, and making sure our kids grow up the right way, making sure they understand the story.
Religion gonna be one of the biggest things that'll hold us back. That's the thing. If you could be black first, if we could find out how to be black first and drop everything else that we picked up, because religion gonna always be a hinder in uniting. They're gonna talk about Jesus not being, they're gonna tell you that we are being force-fed Christianity. The average person that talk about Christianity don't even know the history of Christianity or how long it's been out. They're going off what they read here. They're going off of what somebody told them, just like somebody told you about the Bible. You're going off, but if you do the research, you will find out that the shit is way older than what you thought. And black people it just didn't have titles. It wasn't called Christianity, but it was and there was nobody named Jesus, because the letter J was not even in the Arabic language. So all the shit they be talking be so pieces. You got a little bit of that, you got a little bit of this, you got a little bit of that, but you ain't dig down past the fucking surface and go back to to the scrolls and everything. You gotta go beyond that shit. That's why I don't like talking about that shit, because people think I be crazy because I went beyond some of the shit that I read here and I went past it. That's why I don't talk about that shit.
You gotta go do your own research.
I did way beyond research, son. And I can't even tell you that research that I found is 100% right, because I was not there. That's when it leads you back to the word faith. If you want faith, that's all it is. He said they told you something about Jesus and the whole that, man.
Who is they?
That's our nemesis.
They.
The kids play video games. Oh, they cheating. Who the fuck is they? You playing a video game.
But before we at 10 o'clock now. Before we close out, anybody got anything else they want to add to the convo, Doobie?
No, I think it was interesting. I'm just trying to figure out how it got from, we was talking about the hip hop and all of that, how it changed over to that whole topic. That's why.
Hey, listen, like that's one of the things I like about this platform is we're gonna talk about 10 or 11 different fucking things.
Yeah.
The conversation will always change up. You know what I mean?
I get that, but that was a total switch up right there.
But it's interesting though, because it really because when you bring that back to that whole conversation of what we talked about before, from the gangster rap and all of those components of that, a lot of times, like we talked about, that shit is a reflection of things that's really going on in society. So how do you separate hip hop culture from black culture? I mean, it really is different, because I know a lot of black people that don't give a fuck about no hip hop.
Right.
But at the same time, we did invent it, so it is gonna always be a component of our. You know what I'm saying? We are always gonna have that in us, because because it's a product of our circumstance. It was born out of our environment. We always gonna relate to it to some capacity.
Man, hip hop is about the black experience overall.
We are hip hop.
That's it.
All of us right here.
If you take a country song, right, and you listen to the lyrics, they talk about, people laugh because they talking about tractors and pickup trucks and everything. That's because that's their culture. Their culture has not been tampered with. Our culture got tampered with because we let other people regulate what our people need to be heard. That's why the hip hop culture is so fucked up. And you got, like I said, all you gotta do is listen to country music. Country music is just like a poem, and just like our hip hop shit. So the reason why they rap, they singing about that shit is because that's what they see every day. Our shit is different. But since we getting into the end, what I would like to do see is talk to your boy, because he's needed on a show like this. But he has got to learn what Let Me Talk is. Let Me Talk ain't about him. We made this platform for everybody. It ain't for him to come on here and talk for 2 straight hours without listening. If he want to come on here, spit his point, and then get the fuck off the page, that's on him. But we want him on here. But he cannot out-talk us, especially, and he can't out-talk our guests, because we don't do it. So we can't allow it.
I can dig it.
But he should talk to him, let him know how we roll. And we want him on here because he seems like an educated brother, but you can't undermine your other brothers and make them think that we're not educated, because he kept laughing after everything he said. That was annoying as fuck. But I could take that shit. I mean, you do you, but don't try to act like we're not educated too.
Yeah. Well, definitely appreciate y'all. Scooter, definitely. You got anything else you want to?
Man, listen. Like I say, I have been in Annapolis for years and years and years. I hope and pray. I'm scared to death for this next generation that we got coming up behind us, with all of this bullshit, shooting and all that shit in the streets. I mean, if anybody that's watching from Annapolis, my hometown, man, y'all just pray for these kids, man. Hope they get on the right fucking track. And I appreciate Mike and C, Chevy, Doobie, and all the other guests. Chevy, you're a well-spoken young man. You seem like you got a lot of knowledge up there, man.
Man, I appreciate that as well, man. I just enjoyed the conversation, man. I'll be back, hopefully.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm out the way, man. I just appreciate y'all having me on, man.
All right, thanks for coming through, bro.
Well, listen, fellas, again, I appreciate y'all, man, for the conversation. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I said what I needed to, but I like listening. I like listening to everybody else talk. Cause like I said, man, I feel like you can express how you feel about a topic. You know what I mean? Even if we don't agree, we can agree to disagree and walk away from the table. But at least we was able to have the conversation.
Right. That's all that matters.
And as black men, this is what helps unity. Being able, like you said, being able to sit down and have a conversation about these topics and understand what our role is and what our role can be. So again, I appreciate y'all, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. And we'll be back next week. Fellas, as always, the door is open. But y'all always welcome. You know what I mean? We be on here Tuesday. Y'all want to jump in again, let us know. And I will gladly send you the link through your email, and y'all can any topic we have. Y'all definitely can join us, man.
All right, man. Y'all be good, man. Y'all be safe.
What's up, sister? All right, yo. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good week too.
Peace.
All right, C, love you, bro.
All right, B, love you back.
All right, peace.
So as y'all know, I did everything. You know, this was all my idea. Like, don't let it get knocked. Appreciate y'all for joining us tonight, man. It definitely was a dope conversation. I want to thank Chevy again, Scooter, Doobie, Mikey, God King Wayne. You know, thank you again. I'm gonna rap with you, but we definitely would like to have you back on to talk again. You know what I mean? But y'all know what it is, man. Love y'all. I'm out.